Hey everybody, as you know, selling a rural property is a bit different than selling a home in town. It's not just about the land and structures, but also the impression they leave on a buyer. Today, I want to walk you through what you can do to prepare your rural property for the market. Whether your place is already in great shape or could use some work, there's always room to make it even more appealing. I'll share practical steps to help you highlight your property's strengths and address potential buyer concerns. Let's dive in. As you know, first impressions are everything. Buyers often make snap judgments the moment they see a property. A clean entrance with a well-maintained gate and trimmed bushes sets the tone for the rest of the showing. But there's more to it than just tidying up the entrance. Sometimes when you see something every day, it becomes easy to overlook. Maybe you're used to giving the gate a little extra push to get it closed, or you've stopped noticing the pile of scrap iron that's been sitting there for years. And I know better than anyone how valuable a scrap iron pile can be. Here's the reality. What you see as useful, like a pile of scrap iron or used parts, buyers often see as clutter. I've seen buyers walk away from a property simply because they doubted the seller could clean everything up before closing. That's a deal breaker we want to avoid. Decluttering is one of the most important steps in preparing your property. Start with anything you don't plan to take with you. If it doesn't stay with the property and you're not going to move it, it's time to remove it. For example, if there's an old tractor that doesn't run or a pile of parts you've been meaning to sort through, now's the time to handle it. While those things might hold value to you, buyers won't see them the same way. Remember, buyers aren't looking for a fixer-upper unless they're paying a fixer-upper price. They're hoping for a clean slate, something they can personalize without feeling overwhelmed by someone else's unfinished projects. Now let's take a critical look at the condition of your property. Start with the obvious, things like broken gates, loose fencing, or overgrown trails. Small repairs can make a big difference in how a buyer views your property. Don't forget the less noticeable things. A spring or a pond that's overgrown with weeds might not stand out to you, but it could make a buyer think twice. Addressing these little details shows buyers that the property has been well cared for. And if there are bigger tasks, like servicing a well or having the septic system repaired, it's a good idea to tackle those up front. Buyers will really appreciate the peace of mind knowing those systems are in good shape. Once the basics are handled, it's time to focus on what makes your property special. Do you have a great fishing pond, deer stand, or scenic trails? These are the features that can set your property apart. Make sure these areas are accessible and well maintained. Clear trails, tidy up around water features, and showcase the land's versatility. Buyers want to imagine how they'll use the property, so make it easy for them to see the possibility. Finally, let's talk about showings. When a buyer comes to see your property, it should feel welcoming and ready to go. That means every area, barns, sheds, and even storage spaces, should be clean and organized. Remove personal items and anything that doesn't belong. A tidy, well-presented property helps buyers focus on its potential rather than distraction. Remember, the goal is to make it easy for them to imagine themselves owning and enjoying the space. Preparing a rural property for sale can feel like a big task, but it's worth it. By taking the time to clean, declutter, and make necessary repairs, you'll not only attract more buyers, but also increase the likelihood of a smooth sale. If you're ready to sell or have questions about the process, I'm here to help. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to working with you to make your property stand out. It's all a part of making sure you feel informed, confident, and supported every step of the way.